Welcome to the Madeline Island Ferry in Bayfield, Wisconsin. I am in line and hopefully we'll get on this ferry. I'm not 100% positive if that's... Sorry, there's a brand new 4Runner right there. I haven't seen one in person yet. I have a 5th gen 4Runner. Here's a 6th gen. Anyway, not being distracted anymore. I'm about to get on the ferry. I have never taken my car on a ferry before, so this is very exciting. This is something that I've always wanted to do. I have wanted to come to the Apostle Islands in Wisconsin for like 10 years now. I've lived in Minnesota for well over 15 years at this point, I think. And I just have never made the time or like prioritized doing this. So I'm very, very excited for this trip. I have a long 4-day weekend and I'm gonna go spend a few nights on Madeline Island, and in a couple of days I have a kayaking sea cave tour booked. I did look at the forecast and there might be some rain, so hopefully that doesn't get canceled. But I am very much looking forward to this trip. I will check back in with you guys when I get on the ferry. Here we go. First person that's gonna get off, so I feel like I should stay in my car. I feel like it's just like a 10 or 15 minute ride. Welcome to Lake Superior, Bayfield, Wisconsin. That massive land in front of you is one of the Apostle Islands. I don't know which one, not the one that I am going to. I am going to Madeline Island. I know that there are a few others in the area. I believe they have campsites that you can boat into, but Madeline Island is, I believe, the largest of the Apostle Islands. I'll have to fact check that. And there's roads on it, and you can actually drive around on the island. So that is where I am going to. Madeline Island is the largest of the Apostle Islands. It's the only island with commercial development and the only one with year-round residents. It's not part of the national park property, and it can be accessed via ferry most of the year. And then in the wintertime, you can actually access it via ice road instead of the ferry, which is pretty wild. I don't know how comfortable I would feel driving on ice on Lake Superior. I don't feel comfortable driving on ice in general, to be completely honest. I've done it before, but it's not a thing that I enjoy, so yeah. And I've seen quite a few sailboats out today, actually, and there's one over there in the distance too. We just passed one. This is so weird. I'm in my car on a lake. This is so weird. On Lake Superior, of all lakes. This is so wild. a vehicle pass, and I think I'm gonna buy some wood too. Check back in soon. Vehicle pass has been secured. I did not end up getting firewood because I do have some with me already, and the sign going up to the little woodshed, I saw something about checks payable to wherever, and I was like, oh, I don't have a checkbook with me, and I have cash, but I didn't have an even dollar amount for however many bundles of wood. It was like 2 for $15, and I only have 20s with me, so I did not get firewood. That'll be a tomorrow problem when the office is open. They were closed. I'm assuming they closed at like 6 p.m. So that'll be a tomorrow problem because I really just wanted to get to camp tonight and get my camp set up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and check back in with you once camp has been set up. Camp is all set up. I've got a fire going. I'm eating my dinner currently, which was a struggle to cook. But I couldn't roast all of the sides of the brat. It just kept spinning around. So really one side got roasted, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I think this is probably what my night is going to consist of. It's 7 o'clock right now. So I don't know if it's worth it to really go drive somewhere else tonight. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna hang out here, enjoy the fire. I have 4 more pieces of wood to burn through, so I can do that because I can always buy more tomorrow. Time for a little bedtime snack. These are savory s'mores, so it's sweet thins, some jam, whatever kind you like. I recommend like a lightly spicy jam if you can find one, and then some sort of thinly sliced meat. This is salami, I'm pretty sure. And I always use brie cheese because it gets nice and squishy, but it doesn't actually melt, and it holds the smoky flavor really nice. If you've never had savory s'mores, you should definitely try it out. checking in quick before bed, showing off my fun party lights really quick. It's bedtime. It's probably, I think it's like 10:30. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow morning to go do fun things around Madeline Island. Good night. Good morning. I slept like a rock. It was probably like in the 40s, like the upper 40s, lower 50s overnight. And even though I couldn't see the water from anywhere in the campground, I could hear the water once the campground quieted down last night, which was actually pretty relaxing. And now it's a little warm in here because the sun is out. So I'm gonna get up and have some breakfast and some coffee and then shower and figure out what I want to go do for the day. Time to go for a hike. I'm gonna do the boardwalk trail over to Barrier Beach. This is a large lagoon that is on the island. This is part of the bog hike on the boardwalk. It's been boardwalk the whole time. It's a really cool hike. I was hoping there would be some cool wildlife here, but I don't see anything. After I finished the boardwalk bog hike, I went back into the town of La Pointe, which is the only actual town on Madeline Island, and that's where the ferry comes into. There's some bars and restaurants, there's some hotels, gift shops, a museum, a grocery store, and a couple of other little things. I went to check out this really cool open air bar. The best way I can describe it is it's kind of like a circus tent. I have a picture. I'll go ahead and insert it. But it's kind of like in a circus tent, and behind the bar for their cold storage, they were using an old semi-trailer. And they just had a bunch of refrigerators in there. They didn't have any food. It was drinks only and like maybe some small snack items, but they didn't have a kitchen where they like cook anything. And it was cash only. So if you do ever go check it out, just keep those two things in mind. But it was a very cool place. I would definitely go back if I was ever on Madeline Island. But yeah, for the rest of the night, I forgot that cameras existed and didn't film anything, didn't really do anything else. Just kind of went back to camp and started a fire and then hung out. It ended up storming pretty bad overnight, and my GoPro was in the car, and I didn't think to film with my phone. But it was pretty windy. Pretty bad. And then the next morning I got on the ferry pretty early, and that's when I was like, oh yeah, I have my GoPro sitting right here. So yeah, that's why it kind of shifted to the video ending like this. I really hope you enjoyed Madeline Island. Stay tuned to kayak the sea caves with me. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Bye!